Good morning, students. This is the class for 7th standard, subject social, and topic name is geography. First lesson, interior of the earth. Okay, so in this lesson we are going to learn about the interior of the earth. Okay, and also role of the plates and about earthquake volcanoes. Okay, so first one is there will be interior of the earth. The structure of the earth may be compared to an apple. Okay, so the structure of the earth, they are comparing the earth to an apple. Earth is two has a cells like that of an apple. Okay, so apple இருக்கிற மாதிரி எதுக்கு எர்த்தையும் வந்து கம்பேர் பண்ணுறாங்க அதுக்கு செல்ஸை. If we cut a section through the earth, we will get a view as shown in the figure. Okay, so if we cut the earth means we can see this kind of figures in this earth. Okay, and we will get a view as a shown in the figure. Okay, we already seen on the basis of the study of earth waves sphericals. Earth is found to be 3 concentric layers. Okay, so earth has 3 concentric layers. What are the crust is the outer layer of the earth. Okay, and mantle in the beneath the outer layer. Okay, crust க்கு அடுத்து இருக்க பகுதியை என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா mantle, and core will be the innermost layer of the earth. Okay, அதோட உள்பகுதியை சொல்றதா core. Okay, again I am repeating, crust is the outer layer of the earth. Okay, outer layer means வெளிப்பகுதி குறிக்கிறது, and mantle means beneath the outer layer. Okay, beneath the crust. Okay, and the core is the innermost layer of the earth. Okay, okay, the heading is the earth movements. The lithosphere is broken into a number of plates known as the lithospheric plate. So the lithosphere is broken into different plates. Okay, so different number of plates, that is called the lithosphere, and each plate oceanics or continental moves independently over the asthenosphere. Okay, so the each plate or oceanic or continentals freely move over the asthenosphere, and the movement of the earth lithosphere plates is termed as a tectonic movement. Okay, so the movement of the lithospheric movement are called as a tectonic movement, and the energy is required to move these plates is produced by the internal heat of the because of the internal heat of the earth, these plates and are moving. Okay, so because of the movement of these plates only, they only producing heat, the internal heat of the earth. Okay, and these plates move in a different direction at different speed. Okay, so these plates and all, they are moving in a different direction. Okay, and also different speeds, and a place these plates move away from each other, creating a wide rift on the earth's surface. Okay, because of this movement. Okay, and creating a wide rift on the earth's surface. Okay, in the earth's surface they are creating wide rift, மிக பெரிய அளவிலான பிளவுகளை வந்து ஏற்படுத்துது அப்படின்றாங்க. Okay, at the some places these plates come closer and collide. Okay, so ஒரு ஸ்டேஜில் என்ன ஆகுது, ரொம்ப க்ளோஸாக வந்து பிளவாயிருது, மோதிக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. Okay, and when an oceanic plates collides with the continental plates, the denser oceanic plates is forced below the continental plates. Okay, so when the oceanic plates and all collide with the continental plates means the denser oceanic plates is forced to continental plates. Okay, as a result of the pressure from the above. So as a result of the pressures from the above, the rocks heats up and melt. Okay, so because of this colloid, the rocks produce heats up, melt. Okay, heat ஆகி melt ஆக ஆரம்பிச்சது அப்படின்றாங்க, and the molten rocks rise again forming volcanic mountains as the continental age. Okay, so அந்த மெல்ட் ஆகி வர ராக்ஸ்ல எப்படி வருது, volcanic mountains ஃபார்ம் ஆகுது அப்படின்றாங்க, and alternatively a trench may be formed between two plates. So alternatively automatically the trench also formed between two plates, and in some cases when two continental plates coverage, neither plates can be forced under the other. So some places sometimes என்ன இது, இந்த two continental plates and all neither plates can be formed under the other. Okay, ஒன்றுக்குள்ள ஒன்று ஃபார்ம் ஆக ஆரம்பிச்சது, and instead fold may be created. Okay, sometimes it will be create fold also, and great mountain ranges like Himalayas have been formed in this way. Okay, and ionosphere. The ionosphere is the part of mantle that flows and moves the plates of the earth. Okay, so this is the part of the mantle and also which is flows and moves plates of the earth. Okay, and the movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of the earth. Okay, so because of this movement some changes will occur in the surface of the earth. The earth movements are divided on the basis of force which cause them. Okay, so because of this movement only this movement is divided into some forces. Okay, the forces which act in the interior of the earth called as the endogenetic process. Okay, so அந்த force வந்து interior act பண்றனால அது எப்படி சொல்றாங்க, endogenetic process, endogenetic forces they are telling. And the forces that work on the surface, okay, work on the surface of the earth are called exogenic forces. Okay, so interiorல வர அந்த forcesக்கு endogenic, okay, endogenic forces, and also surface of the earth la vara force ku exogenic forces they are telling. Okay, and endogenic forces sometimes produce a sudden movement and at the other times produces slow movements. Okay, so endogenic means endogenic forces sometimes they are giving sudden movement, otherwise other sometimes they produce slow movement. Okay, sudden movement like சடனாக ஏற்படக்கூடிய அந்த அதிர்வுகளை என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, earthquake, and also volcanic causes mass destruction over the surface of the earth. Okay, next one is earthquake. A sudden movement of the portions of the earth crust which produces shaking or trembling is known as a earthquake. Okay, so the sudden shaking or a sudden movement occurs in the earth crust is known as a earthquake. And earthquakes may causes widespread damage to the life and property. Okay, so earthquake is damages our life and also property. The point where these vibrations originate is called the focus of the earthquake. Okay, so the originate point is called as the focus. Okay, the originate point is called as the focus, and the point of the earth's surface directly above the focus is called epicenter of the earthquake. Okay, so it is above the focus, it is above the focus point is called as the epicenter. Okay, and from the focus the earthquake's vibration travels in a different direction in the form of seismic waves. Okay, so from the focus, if you take a focus means so different part of the world, different direction the speed will be occur, movement will be occur, that is called seismic waves. Okay, and the earthquake waves are recorded by the instrument known as seismograph. So through this instrument only they are recording earthquakes. Okay, and the magnitude of the earthquake is measured by the Richter scale, and the number of the scales range from 0 to 9. So okay, and an earthquake of 2.0 is a Richter scale or less can be felt small a little. So if it is less than 2.0 means it will little bit only occur. Okay, and earthquakes over 5.0 on Richter scale can cause damage from the things falling. Okay, so if it is the 5.0 Richter scale means the properties will be damaged from the falling. Okay, கீழே விழுகிற அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். 0.6 Richter scales or higher magnitude of a considered very strong, and 7.0 Richter scale is classified as a major earthquake. So 6.0 means is considered as a higher magnitude, higher very strong earthquake, and also 7.0 Richter scale means very major earthquake will be occur. Okay, and causes of the earthquake. The chief causes of the earthquake is sudden slipping of the portions of the earth crust along the fractures or fault. Okay, so the main causes for the earthquake is a sudden slipping or sudden movement in the portions of earth crust. Okay, the movement of the molten rocks underneath the surface produce the strains which breaks the rocks apart. Okay, so under the surface, okay, when the plates will be breaking, when the plates will be moving, the rocks will be break. And the sudden shifting of land mass uses upheavals in the crust of the earth, sending vibrations or waves into the surrounding portions of the earth. Okay, so due this only apart this is occurs after this movement, the sudden vibration will be sent to each parts, okay, each surrounding portions, okay, in the earth. Sometimes the surface of the earth itself cracks, ஓகேவா. ஸோ பூமிக்கு அடியில் கூட என்ன பிளவுகள் ஏற்படும் அப்படின்றாங்க. another causes of the earthquake is volcanic activity. so after earthquake the causes அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன நடக்கும், volcanic eruptions will be happen. A violent and explosive eruptions after causes of the earth in its vicinity to quake, okay. After earthquakes automatically volcanic eruption will happen. And earthquakes also are often common in the most volcanic areas. ஸோ இந்த வால்கனி எரிமலை வெடிப்பு அப்படின்றது இந்த காமனான பிளேஸ்லாம் சகஜமாக நடக்கிறதா அப்படின்றாங்க, ஓகே. Effects of earthquakes. So what are the effects which is create earthquake? Earthquakes may cause changes in the earth's surface, okay. So it will be earthquake may be also changes. Some changes will be occurs in the earth's surface, and vibrations often sets landslide in mountainous ranges. So there will be a vibrations in the landslides and also mountain regions. A greater danger in an earthquake is falling a building. So due to earthquakes, many buildings will be fall down, and most of the houses which collapsed were made up of mud and bricks and proved to be death traps, okay. So due to earthquake, many houses will be collapsed, which is made up of mud and also bricks, okay. And also even death also occurs. Fire is another great danger, okay. Due to earthquake, the fire also will be dangerous to the people. And underground water system is naturally disturbed by the such movements, okay. So underground there will be water system, means that will also create a great danger to the people. And there are three types of earthquakes: P waves or longitudinal waves, and S waves or transverse waves, and L waves or surface waves. And earthquakes which originate below or near the sea causes a great disturbance in the water. So earthquakes which is found below the sea means that it also causes many disturbances for the people. And the floods and waves causes a great loss of life. So it will next after earthquake the flood will occur, otherwise tsunami will occur. Because of that many people lost their lives, okay. And tsunami, a Japanese term, is the name given to the huge wave caused in the sea by an earthquake, okay. So after the earthquake we already know that tsunami will happen. So tsunami is Japanese terms which means huge waves which is occurred in the sea. And tsunamis are quite common along the coast of Japan and other regions in the Pacific Ocean. So tsunami will be very normal for the coast of Japan and also other regions in the Pacific Oceans, okay. Okay, next one is volcanoes. A volcano is a vent or an opening in the earth crust through which hot magma erupts from the deep below the surface, okay. So from that volcanoes, the hot, okay, earth crust, through the openings of the earth crust is the opening of the earth crust, through that only the hot magma will be came out, okay, from the surface of the earth. And the opening is usually circular in form, okay. So opening will be in the circular forms. And the volcano eruption may be also take place through along the crack or fissures through which steam and other material flows. So usually the magma will be very very hot, okay. So the nearby any items which is easily flowable means it is also flowable, okay. It is easily fireable and also it will be flow out. And the molten rock material within the earth together with the gases is called magma. So the molten rocks, okay, and the molten rocks என்ன ஆரம்பிக்கும்னா within the earthக்குள்ள இருக்க அந்த molten rocksம் என்ன ஆரம்பிச்சிடும் with the gaseoட வெளியே வர்றது தான் நம்ம magma அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம், okay. After it rises to the surface, it is called as lava. So after it is came out with a liquid form, okay, something with a liquid form, that is called as a lava அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. அந்த எரிமலை குழம்புன்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. In course of times, lava and other materials flow out of the volcanoes, accumulate around the opening and form a conical hill, and or mountain vent is an opening or mouth of the volcano. So the lava is came out this way, okay, and the opening of the mouth, okay, is called as a vent. The top of this cone is usually marked with a funnel shaped depressions, which is called the crater. Okay, so the vaporings, and also it is games like round no, ஸோ இது வெடிக்கிறப்ப அந்த வெளியே வர அந்த லிக்விட்ஸ் தான் என்ன சொல்லலாம், கிரேட்டர்ஸ். ஓகே, அண்ட் இஃப் த கிரேட்டர் ஆஃப் அ வேல்கனோ இஸ் ஆஃப் கிரேட் size and shaped like a basins, okay, and it is called as the caldera. So it is came out with these, okay, and in the liquid form என்ன பண்ணும், எரிமலை குழம்பு வெடிச்சு மேலே வந்து செதற மாதிரி, that is called as a caldera. And caldras are caused by violent explosions which blow away entire top of the great cones. Okay, so it is blow out from the mouth, okay, caldera, that is very very on the tops, okay, on the top of the great cones. This is called as a caldras. Causes of the volcanic activities. Okay, what causes will, what is the effect will comes, okay, and the temperature increases as the depth increases at the rate of 1 degree Celsius for every 35 meters. Okay, the temperature will be increases for every 1 degree Celsius for every 35 meters. Okay, and there is also great pressure will be occur, and at the deep of about 15 kilometer, the pressure is about 5 tons per centimeter square of the rocks. Okay, so it will be heat, it will be eliminating heat. Okay, so the surrounding areas will be surrounded with very high temperature, and under the circumstances the interior of the earth is in a semi molten and state called magma. So அது வெடிச்சு அந்த சுற்றி இருக்க பகுதியிலலாம் என்ன வரும், மேக்மாவாக உருவாகும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. And magma under the great pressure has the capacity to dissolve the great volume of gas. Okay, so the magma only eliminating great volume of gases. Some gases are combustible, and this makes the volcanic material burst through the weak spots in the earth crust. Okay, so from this gases they can able to the surrounding will be full of gases forms. Okay, and the scientific study of volcanoes are called volcanology, and people who study volcanoes are called volcanologists. Okay. Okay, next one is types of volcanoes. The shape of the volcanoes depends on the types of lava and the forces of the eruptions. On the basis of the shape, there are 3 types of volcanoes. Okay, so based on the shapes of volcanoes, there will be 3 types of volcano, and shield volcano, cinder cone volcano, and composite volcano. Okay, and sealed volcano. A sealed volcano is formed by a quiet eruptions of lava with a low silica content. So if it is a sealed volcano, means it contains a lava with a low silica content. Okay, by in that lava there will be some small amount of silica will be present. Such volcano has been wide base and cone with the gentle slopes, and volcanoes of the Hawaii island is of this type. Okay, so the sealed volcanoes has a wide base cones. Okay, the cone will be wide based. Okay, and the general slope will be there, and volcanoes of for example of these sealed volcanoes are present in the Hawaii island. Okay, and cinder cone volcanoes, silica rich in magma and traps gases inside the volcanoes until enough pressure is built to push the magma out of the earth crust. Okay, so in this volcanoes the silica rich magma will be contained very much. Okay, in the magma silica rich will be very present large. Okay, that is why inside the traps gases inside the volcano, and also in the volcanoes it contain very large amount of gases until enough pressure is built. அந்த gases and the rich silica என்ன பண்ணுமா ரொம்ப pressure ஏற்படுத்தும். Okay, and in the earth crust, and when this type of volcanoes erupt it shoots gases ash. So if we are pressuring, if the pressure is high, okay, they will eliminate gases and ashes surrounding the places. Okay, etc. And force throwing them several kilometers up into the atmosphere. So and nearby surrounded by the every atmosphere, it will contains of such ashes will be, we can able to see that. And such volcanoes have steep slopes and are made up of cinder and ashes. Okay, so that that kind of volcanoes we can able to see, which is made up of a very large amount of um, ashes. There are known as a cinder cone volcanoes. Many volcanoes of Mexico and Central America belong to this group. Okay, and next, composite volcanoes. Composite volcanoes are made up of alternative layers of lava and cinder and ashes. Okay, but these layers having different kind of layers. Okay, well, like a cinder and ashes will be present, and they are also called stratovolcanoes. Okay, well, so another name for composite volcanoes is stratovolcanoes, and since St. Helen is an example of composite volcanoes. Okay, thank you, students.